If you needed any more evidence that a deep state group of thugs is running the United States government into the ground, then look no further than the major developments we've seen over the past 24 hours in Washington, D.C. Ambulances racing to the White House, roads blocked off. They won't tell us what's going on. It's America's house, but did Biden have another stroke? Who's actually running the country? We have no idea. They won't tell us. Tulsi Gabbard calls Kamala Harris a deep state communist that's controlled by the military-industrial complex.
Foreign policy decisions are being made by unelected people in the military-industrial complex who are profiting from us being in a constant state of war. Kamala Harris does not have the strength to stand up to the military-industrial complex.
And then the next day, Gabbard is placed on the terror watch list.
What happened to Tulsi Gabbard this week was just extraordinary. And I don't see why there is not more outrage and indignation from every corner of our country.
And you think that came from the White House to spy on Tulsi Gabbard?
It clearly came from the White House, and it came the day after she criticized President Biden. She was put on a list called the Quiet Eyes list.
Yes, Tulsi Gabbard, who served her nation with honor and distinction, is placed on a terrorist watch list because she dared to criticize the head of the deep state, Kamala Harris. It's quite honestly shocking, and we need to clean house of all of these deep state thugs right now in this next election. So we've got a few big news stories today to get to that the mainstream media, of course, is absolutely ignoring. So let's start with the assassination attempt on President Trump's life. Over the past few hours, we've got some damning new evidence of the deep state cabal that's trying to kill Trump. Put aside for a minute the damning new evidence that Rothschild, BlackRock, Vanguard, Bush, Cheney, both of them stood to gain between $700 billion and $1 trillion in profits if Trump was killed. 1/4 of this portfolio shorted Donald J. Trump stock the day before the assassination attempt. Put that aside, though, for now, okay? The new body cam footage just released this week shows the Secret Service was lying just about everything on that day. First, the Secret Service claims the first cop who climbed the roof to confront the shooter cut his hand and was injured and therefore had to backtrack. But now we know that's a total lie, thanks to new body cam footage that was just released. There was blood found in a sink in the single-story building, and now we know it was not the cop's blood. So whose blood was it exactly? Whose blood was in that sink inside of the building when Thomas Matthew Crooks was shot on the top of the building? I hope they tell us. But what you're about to hear will actually make your blood boil, and it's making Senator Grassley's blood boil as well.